All right. So, Bonjour. Thanks for coming today. So, I wanted to begin our practice with a teaching from this book, The Yamas and the Niyamas, Exploring Yoga's Ethical Practice, Deborah Adele. And so, what I interpret this book and what the Yamas and Niyamas are about are the ways and the values with which we live our lives. And they're a guideline, of course. And the very first one that's listed, the first value, is the practice of nonviolence. And in a sense, nonviolence, kindness, another interpretation could be love, unconditional love, mirrors a lot to our Anishinaabe values. For example, our 7 grandfather teachings, Zagiadiwan, Jawenaman. And so the practice of being nonviolent, being kind, being loving to ourselves is a practice shared in many different ethical practices, cultures across the world. And so when I learn and I dive deeper into a yoga practice, which comes from the East, from India, I see how it mirrors many of our Anishinaabe values. And farther along in the book, it talks about truth. Another one of our Anishinaabe 7 grandfather teachings. But in addition to the practice of yoga, which many people look at as a physical practice, the underlying roots of the practice are in the values in which we practice, not just in the, during this time when we're on the mat, but when we go home, the values that we can continue to practice when we go home. So the practice of nonviolence, the very first value listed in this book, the Sanskrit word for it is ahimsa. So ahimsa, in Eastern thought, nonviolence is so valued that it stands as the very core and foundation of all yoga philosophy and practice. So that kind of sums it up, that's the foundation with which the rest, everything else is built. So to begin with, I invite you, as we begin our practice, settling into your space. You might roll the shoulders down and back, rest your hands comfortably in your lap, close your eyes or bring your gaze to the floor in front of you. So to begin our practice, I invite you to just sit with that thought of ahimsa, nonviolence, unconditional love, kindness. And I invite you to just think about how you might practice those values within your own life. And so as we begin, setting an intention for not only this practice, but you might think of a way that you can carry on that value into the rest of your day, maybe farther into your week. So we'll take these first few moments to set your intention. A goal that you might work on. And when you're ready, you can start to move around a little bit. You might start by wiggling fingers, maybe rolling the wrists, maybe gently rocking the head or shrugging the shoulders. And we'll begin our practice today. All right. So I've got props for you guys that we can use throughout practice. We've got our blocks. We've got our strap, our yoga strap. And then later on, towards the end, we'll do some self-massage or just get into those kind of like troublesome areas, maybe in our back and shoulders with the tennis ball. So, all right, I'll get the music going. All right, so we'll shrug the shoulders, maybe up first and then let them settle. A couple of times, just getting some movement into the shoulder area.
Te agradezco por llegar a mi corazón.
And extending into the hands and the wrists.
Te agradezco por volar en mi interior. Tus colores me llevan adentro.
And we'll extend the arms out to the side, opening the shoulders. And on your inhale, rising up into the sky. Exhale back down to the mat. So just connecting your breath here to the movement. Getting used to a rhythm of your breath and your movement, pairing those together. And find your own rhythm. Inhale to bring the arms up. Exhale to bring them down. Find your rhythm. Alright, so on your next inhale, as the arms come up, we'll twist on our exhale. So twisting over to one side, arms come down, one crosses over, one props up. We'll stay here in the twist, inviting any sort of movement, maybe of the head. Gently getting into the neck. And on your next inhale, extending the arms out to the sides, coming forward. Inhale up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inviting some movement, perhaps at the neck. Back to the center. All right, we'll bring one hand out to the side, propping up on the fingertips. Inhale, the other arm comes up. Reach up, exhale, tilt. Bracing yourself with the arm towards the ground. And then roll your shoulder forward, making circles with the shoulder. Maybe reversing. And guiding with the arm on the top, rising up on the next inhale, lifting up, switching sides, tilting over to the other side. Again, finding that movement of the shoulder as you brace yourself with the lower arm. And guiding with the top arm, rising up, back to center. All right, we'll begin some trunk circles. So starting forward, bringing your chest forward and then rounding around. And as you do so, you can scoop the belly as you go to the back. Chest comes forward in the front, scooping towards the back. Wherever you are, pausing and reverse. Making your way back to a neutral position, neutral spine, sitting up nice and tall. And then gently bringing your chin down to chest. And gently coming around in a circle. Being mindful of any stiffness, maybe pausing for just a moment or going very slow. And then pause wherever you are and reverse. Making your way back to the front with the head bowed. We'll take a deep breath in together. As you exhale, let the head rise forward. Right. So we'll make our way onto hands and knees into tabletop. And knees are directly underneath your hips. Your hands, your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. You can roll the ankles behind you. Maybe before we do anything, just kind of rolling the wrists as well. And then once you're ready, plant the wrist, starting off with a nice flat back. And then we'll move into a traditional cat-cow here. So in the cow beginning pose, you drop the belly, gaze comes forward. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest as you arch the back into cat. Moving with your breath. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And you can continue with this like up and down version, or you can gently add the hips moving over to one side and the shoulders. More of a side to side movement. Just continuing to warm up the spine. And then back to a flat back. We'll come into a shoulder stretch here. So extending the right arm out to the side, turning over that direction. Inhale, and as you exhale, bringing the arm underneath, palm facing up, and then come down onto the right temple. Your right arm is crossed like in front of you. And you can actually use your block here. If your head is still elevated, you can kind of use your block to rest your head on it. That's one version. Caminando por la selva, siguiendo la belleza, siguiendo las canciones de las plantas. On your next inhale, gently bring yourself up. Arm comes back out to the side. And then exhale back underneath you. Okay, we'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, the left arm sweeps up and out to the side. Exhale, palm facing up, threading the needle, coming down onto the left temple. Remembering you can use your block to give your head some support. Siento vivo, siento el más, siento el poder del amor, siento las plantas sagradas. And gently back to tabletop. So in tabletop, again, checking with your alignment. Wrists are underneath your shoulders. Knees are directly underneath your hips. And then we'll extend our right leg out, propping it up on the toe. And just check in if your hips are square, your shoulders are square. So propping up the toe. Inhale, come forward a little bit. And then exhale, sink back into a calf stretch. You can stay there as you continue to breathe, or if it feels like you'd like to bring some movement into this pose, you can move with your breath, coming forward on the inhale, exhale, sinking into the stretch.
Siento vivo, siento en paz, siento el poder del
And then bringing that right knee back to meet the left into tabletop. We'll do the same thing on the left side. Left foot extends, props up on the toe. Hips are square, shoulders are square. Come forward just a little bit. Inhale, exhale, sink.
Siento las plantas sagradas, siento las plantas sagradas.
Bring that left knee back underneath you into tabletop. And we'll begin some core work here. And so in tabletop, just see what that feels like to have even pressure in the shoulders square to each other, the hips square to each other. And now we're going to alternate, extending right arm and left leg. So inhale, extend right arm, left leg, and then bring your left knee towards your right elbow underneath you. Just a little bit in, then extend back out. Inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Keeping those hips and those shoulders square. Inhale, extend, exhale, knee to elbow. One more time. And back to the mat. All right. So at any point in time, if it's kind of intense on the shoulders or feet or anything, just move, get a little movement into the ankles, maybe some stretches into the wrists. Okay, so left side with the arm, left arm extends, right leg extends. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Moving with your breath. One more time. Back down to the mat, and we'll sink into child's pose. So I like to have my toes touch, my knees come a little bit wide, sink back, arms extended, and again, you can use the blocks to support your head or forehead all the way down to the mat. While we're here in child's pose, I'm going to offer a different arm placement. So with the elbows still touching down, lift the forearms up and allow them to come to the back of your neck as if you're kind of giving yourself a hug. Or reassurance, or maybe just practicing self-love here, giving yourself reassurance. And let the arms come back down to the mat, lift up. We'll make our way onto our knees. The little space in between. Hands come to the lower part of your back. Elbows tucked together as close as you can, so you're opening your shoulders here. Shift your hips forward and look up towards the sky.
Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you.
unwind, release. And we'll come into a pose called rabbit pose. Knees together, feet, or sit back on your legs as much as you can. And then if you know that you might need your block in front of you for supporting your head, just have it available to you. And then holding on somewhere onto the feet. I like to hold on to my heels, maybe just kind of holding on to the sides of your lower legs. And then tucking your chin, coming down. And maybe you have the block in front of you if there's a whole lot of space in between your head and the floor. Or you just have faith and lifting your seat up, holding on. And then forehead comes down towards the mat, maybe the block. Opening the shoulder blades. You feel that stretch in the shoulder blades. And then slowly come back down. All right. So if you're wearing socks and you like to take your socks off to grip better onto the mat, I would recommend doing that when we get up onto our standing poses. Maybe grab some water. Okay. So now we'll get into a more of a flow part of our practice. So in a flow style class or a vinyasa style class, you have like a certain set of movements. A lot of times moving each movement with your breath. So you'll move one direction, inhale, another direction, exhale. And then the next direction, inhale, the next direction, exhale. So that's just an example. You know, maybe sweeping the arms is the movement that you make. So the first flow that we're going to do, we've done it in this class before, but I'll demonstrate the two different versions. You can kind of mix them up too. Okay, so I'll demonstrate the two different versions of the back. The front part is always going to be the same. So you'll lower down, press yourself up on the inhale, exhale into child's pose. And then inhale, come forward, and exhale. The next version could be lift up, inhale, engage the toes, exhale into down dog. And then maybe you add in a side to side calf stretch, lower back down, lower yourself down. So you can follow with my version, or you can kind of mix it up. Inhale to up dog, maybe exhale to child's. Inhale and exhale. So find your flow. Just coming forward and then coming back. Viene cuidando, viene limpiando su vuelo, toda la sombra va iluminando. Sopla perfumero tus alegrías, llora tus penas que brillan la cordillera, llegan tortillas. Vuela boca un cóndor, viene cuidando, viene limpiando su vuelo. And once you're ready to come into, after you've done your up dog, We'll meet in child's pose. Another arm placement that I'll offer here to kind of mix it up. Arms extended is the normal child's pose. Last time we bent at the elbows with the hands on the back of the neck. You can do that one again. Or you can bring your arms to the sides of your body and just kind of wrap them around your legs. Alright. We'll meet in tabletop. And have your blocks handy if you like to use blocks. And we're going to come into a low lunge. Slow. And sometimes in low lunge, this is low lunge. It's nice to have blocks. Okay. Alright, so have those handy for when you're ready. So we'll start off tabletop. And lift up. Maybe grab onto your blocks, or you don't have to use them. Right foot comes forward into a lunge. Now in a lunge, you can have somewhat of a 90-degree angle in both legs, or if you want to go farther, you just inch farther. So you decide what version feels good to you. Wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, and then kind of press open your shoulders, kind of roll your shoulders open, chest comes forward, and look up towards maybe like the crease in the ceiling there. That's a good goal. Now this is going to be our flow here. So inhale forward, exhale, sink the hips back, open the left arm, open, and back to the block or the floor. Sink the hips forward, and then open. And you can even bring this arm all the way forward if you like. And wherever you are, make your way back onto both knees. Just kind of give your wrists a little break, or more so your right wrist. Okay, we'll prepare to do the same thing on the other side. So you can either use blocks or not. Left leg comes forward into your low lunge. And just depending on how that feels in your hips, you can come forward more if you like. Wrist directly underneath your shoulders. Kind of roll the shoulders open. Look forward. Chest comes through. And releasing on the left hand. Sinking back. Exhale. Inhale, sweep that arm forward. Exhale, sweep it back. And just finish out your movement here by sliding that left foot back. That left knee comes to meet the right. We'll come into one more. This is called camel pose. Your hands on the lower back, elbows tucked together as close as possible. Shifting the hips forward, looking up. And release into child's pose. Lifting up. Before we go to the next part of our practice, you might want to grab some water. It's up to you. Water breaks at any point in time are good. So just, if you need the water break, take the water break. Take a restful pose whenever you need to. All right. So we will use at least one block with our next one. So just have that one available to you. Okay. So we'll start out in tabletop. Make sure you have some room to, you're going to be planting your feet on the mat. Okay. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, back is flat. So similar to that first flow where we're like up dog, down dog, we're going to go directly into down dog. So engage the toes, lift the knees, start to shift your head in between the arms. Knees can be quite a bit bent here. It's like you're bowing down in the front. You can walk the dog here, bending one knee at a time. The other heel comes closer down to the mat. All right. And then tiptoe the feet up towards the hands. Heels will still be lifted most likely. And then start to walk the hands or slide the hands back so your heels touch down. Space in between your knees is where your belly can go. Knees are bent. And allow for the upper body, the hands, the arms, the shoulders, the head, everything here to be heavy. Just weighing down, using gravity, gently pulling down towards the mat. And you might grasp opposite elbow here and gently sway. Not a big movement, just a gentle movement. Then release the arms, let them hang, and very slowly make your way up. But the very last thing to come up is your head. All the way up. Okay. So facing the left wall here. You guys are all facing it. All right. Feet in mountain pose. Feet underneath your hips. Roll the shoulders open. Palms to this left wall over here. Honra la tierra, reza al cielo, ama tus hermanos, levanta el peso. All right, bring your hands to your hips. Lift your left heel up. We're going to take a step back with that left foot and angle it out to the side. Okay. Right toe is forward. Bending the front or the right knee. And then releasing the arms, opening the shoulders so your right arm is pointed to the front, back, left arm is pointed to the back, palms are down. You might widen your stance if that feels like more stable to you. So this is warrior two pose. And then tilting the back hand back towards the back leg. Front arm comes up into the sky. Softening the face into peaceful. This is peaceful warrior pose or exalted warrior. Back to our warrior two, arms extended, palms facing down. And then tilt to the front, bend the front elbow, resting it on your front thigh. The back arm comes up into the sky. And you can keep it up towards the sky, or you can start to angle it to the front. Looks like you're pointing your fingertips to the front and your back foot is like all one straight line. Then leading with that front arm, come back up to our warrior two. And then shift the back foot onto the toe and kind of move it, pointing it towards the front. So you're up on your back heel, you're on just the toe in the back. Arms are to the side of your body. Just feel like kind of a bounce there. Okay, a little bounce, or kind of like stepping your heel down a little bit. Okay, release the arms up overhead, palms facing each other. Hips are square to each other, shoulders are square, hands are square to each other. So kind of a straight line in all those different places. And bring your arms behind you, interlace the fingers. Okay. Pull the hands away from you so you're opening your shoulders. And start to pull your arms up, which will sink your chest forward into humble warrior. Make your way back up. Release the arms up overhead. Start to kind of slide using the front thigh. Slide that left foot forward to meet the right. Shake it out. Okay, other side. So your left foot is forward. Your right foot is going to take a step back. So bringing my hands to my hips kind of helps me feel stable enough to bear weight on the left foot. Lift the right heel. Take a step back with that right foot. Angle it out to the side. Maybe kind of sliding it back a little bit. Bend the front knee. Open the arms out to the side. Palms facing down. Warrior two. Tilting the back arm to rest on the back leg. Front arm comes up into the sky. Soften the face. Be a peaceful warrior. And arms back to out to the sides of you. Palms facing down into warrior two. Start to tilt forward, bend that front elbow, rest it on the front knee. Back arm comes up into the sky, up overhead, or you start to angle it in front of you so you're like a straight line from your fingertips to your back foot. And leading with your top arm, come back up to warrior two. Kind of pop your right heel up towards the back so you're up on your back toe. You can slide it forward a little bit. Sometimes it's too much of a wide stance when you're coming to this next one. So this one, your hips are square, your shoulders are square to the front, and you release your arms up overhead, palms facing each other. Warrior one. Up on your back heel, both toes are pointed to the front. We'll bring our hands behind our back, interlace our fingers, and then pull your hands away from your body, opening the shoulders. You keep pulling them up, and as you do so, your chest will bow down into humble warrior. Release back up. Release the arms up overhead. And then leaning forward, slide that back toe up to meet the left. Shake it out. Okay. That's my water. All right, so this one we're going to come into triangle, and you can use just your leg to rest your leg on triangle, but you can also use the block. Have your block available on the left side. You're facing the left wall on the left side of your mat. Okay. All right. So right foot is forward. We're going to set it up like we just did into warrior. So right foot is forward, hands to your hips. Take a step back with your left. And we'll actually start out in warrior. You know this one. Bend the front knee. Release the arms. And actually, now that we're already up, grab your block into your right hand so you have it. Okay. Okay, bend that front knee and then straighten it. And as you straighten it, tilt forward, find the floor, embrace yourself with the block, opening your top arm up towards the sky. Nice. Hold on to the block. Come back up. And I'm going to change positions so you guys can see me. So we'll just slide that left foot back up to meet the right. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So holding your block in your left hand this time. Bring maybe your right hand to your right hip just for taking a step back. So left foot is going to stay forward, right foot steps back, angles out to the side. We'll start out, knees bent, arms extended into warrior two. And then straighten that front knee, tilt your body forward, find the floor with your block, brace yourself onto that block, and your top arm comes up into the sky. Make your way up. We'll slide that back foot up to meet the left. And we'll place the block back down on the mat. We won't need that for a little while. Shake it out. We'll work on some balance here. So before we do anything, just kind of roll the shoulders, roll the wrists, wiggle the fingers. You can even move the trunk side to side, just releasing some tension there. Bend the knees, kind of march the legs a little bit. Okay. Okay. right, with your feet together, we'll bring your hands to your hips and we'll lift. Let's see, we'll all go the same direction. So lift your left leg or lift your left heel so you come up on the left toe. Okay. So we're going to work on the leg that's closest to this wall first. Okay. All right. So from here, this is the first step of balancing. So this might be where your balancing is going to be from with like a kickstand with your toe still connected here. And that's working on balance. Now the next step up from that, if you want to give it a try, is lifting the knee. And if lifting the knee feels like the way that you're going to go, you can always come back down to the mat. But if your knee is lifted, holding on at the knee, and then using your opposite arm for counterbalance, keep rooting into the earth with that stabilizing leg. And if this is, you want to take it up a notch, you bend, hold on to the front toe, and extend. You can always come back to this one. Keep balancing on that leg. Now here's the tricky part. When you open the knee out to the side, and you can be on the toe for this too. If you open the knee out to the side, you're shifting where you're stabilizing. You start to stabilize with the muscles on the outside of the leg. Okay, so we're opening, we're kind of engaging the muscles of the outside of the leg to counterbalance. Back to the center. And back down to the mat. Shake it out. Okay, other side. Starting off, hands at your hips. Lift the opposite heel up, coming up onto the toe. And you can always come back to this one. You might take it up a notch with the knee lifted. Maybe you hold on to the toe. Just give it a try. Then counterbalance with the arm. Open that knee up. Nice. Back to the front. And plant it back down to the mat. Shake it out. Okay. So we're going to continue working on the base here. All right, so this next one is chair pose, and you can do chair pose feet together or feet hip width distance apart. So it's really totally up to you which one you prefer. Okay, so whichever one you're doing, sweep the arms forward in about 45-degree angle, palms facing each other. Sink down into your chair. Okay. And moving with your breath, here's where we're going to sweep the arms. So inhale, sweep them back. Exhale, sweep them forward. Just keep moving with your breath. On your next inhale, rise up. Arms to the side. Okay. So now we're going to do that same version, but we're going to let's go this way since we've gone that way a bunch. Let's go to the right side. Okay. Okay. So we're going to begin in our chair pose. So arms come forward, sink down. This time we're going to bring our hands to heart center. Okay, so bracing yourself, we're going to put all our weight into our right thigh, lift the left heel, take a step back. You can slide it with your toe, and take a step back, staying up on the toe, you're coming into a high lunge. Back heel is lifted. Okay. From here, we're going to come into a twist. So front knee is bent, back heel is lifted into our high lunge. We're going to twist our left elbow either towards our right knee, or we just stay elevated. So just twist to the right. Maybe we sink into this version. You can also just stay elevated. Untwist, hands still at heart center. We'll release the arms up overhead. And from here, tiny little back bend. So in a tiny little arch, start to tilt the chest forward just a little bit. Hands maybe just an inch towards the back. And then hands to heart center. We'll come forward. Weight is in the front thigh. Step the left foot back up to meet the right. Shake it out. Do the same thing on the left side. So starting out in your chair pose, you can be hip width distance apart, feet together, arms extended in front, palms facing each other, sink down. Hands to heart center. This time weight is going to be on the left thigh, lift the right heel, slide it back. Keep the heel lifted. Both toes are pointed to the front. Front knee is bent. We'll come into our twist, being right elbow to left knee or staying elevated. So this is the elevated version or down to the knee. Back to center. Release the arms up overhead. A tiny little back bend, so it's just a little tilt. Chest is forward, looking up. Tiny little back bend. And hands to heart center. Tilting forward, slide that right foot back up to meet the left. Shake it out. All right. We'll do one more standing or set of standing poses, facing forward, wide legs. We'll use the blocks for this one. Okay, toes are pointed to the front. So hinging at the waist, coming forward, find the floor with your blocks. So first, we'll have a flat back, so our wrists are directly underneath your shoulders for the flat back. So notice what that feels like to have your, it's kind of like the post to your table right underneath. Okay, so now we're going to take a step forward with our hands, quite a bit forward, so they're no longer underneath our shoulders. And then sink your head in between those arms so you come into this wide-legged down dog. And then slide those blocks back underneath you so your wrists are underneath your shoulders. We'll bring one hand to your hip, other hand to your hip, make your way up. You won't need the blocks. Tilt your heels in, so your toes are pointed out. Yep. Arms extended up, and then out to the side, similar to the distance of your feet. So your fingertips to the corners, your toes to the corners, into star pose, and then sit down into a wide-legged squat, opening the shoulders out to the sides, into goddess pose. Nice. And in this pose, I just like to kind of like move my wrists around a little bit, and then to play with the feet, you can lift one heel, just see what that feels like. You try the other heel. If you want to try both, you can try both. And then straighten into star. Inhale, deep inhale, and then exhale back into goddess one more time. Heels back down, straighten into star, and heel toe those feet back underneath you. Shake it out. Grab some water. We'll make our way down onto the mat. Okay. The legs out in front of you. We'll use the strap around the soles of your feet, or like in the middle there. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, just kind of pull yourself forward with a flat back. Maybe you go down farther by kind of walking your hands forward. And you can stay with your back straight, or if you'd like to round it, you can just kind of soften it or round it. And slowly make your way up. Just release one leg, the sole of your foot into the inner thigh. Do the same thing just on the one side. Inhale, flat back up. Exhale, forward. Make your way back up. Switch legs. Flat back. Inhale, exhale, forward. Make your way up. All right. So we'll start to use the tennis ball. So the tennis ball can be used in lots of different ways to kind of relieve, like tough spots in your back, maybe on the top of your shoulders. Let's see where else, in like the glutes. Those are the places that I know to use them. So we'll actually start with the shoulders. So if you have tense shoulders, you might kind of feel that tension right there. So just hold on to the tennis ball and maybe Just gently kind of pull it into that spot. Using, holding on to the elbow and just rotate it around. I've actually seen a tool with like a ball in the end of it and a long handle. So it's kind of like this. You can move down the trapezius, I think, or yeah, right here. Yeah, so you move down it here, or you can roll to behind it a little bit and maybe go to the front or back to the front. That's another motion to try. Rolling it from the back to the front or down. After you've applied pressure, just kind of like gently kind of brushing it away. Okay. Do the other side, or you can keep going on one side. So if anything, you want more of you want to do it more on that side, please do so. Okay. Cantando con el agua, cantando con la tierra, cantando con la tierra, cantando con el agua, cantando con la tierra, el fuego, el viento, cantando con la tierra, el fuego, el viento, cantando con el agua, el fuego, el viento, cantando con el agua, el fuego, el viento. Continue with the shoulders if you need it, or just gently kind of like brush it off. Okay. So we'll make our way onto our backs using the tennis ball. We'll use the strap when we're all the way on our backs again, so just have it available to you. All right, so to use the ball bearing your weight on your back, maybe just find a spot that you kind of know is there for you. Maybe just probably not like right on the spine, although some people they do like it on the spine. But wherever that spot is, maybe hold it there and then bear some weight on it. And then just move it around, or keep it static, keep it still, and just bear like a little bit more of your weight on it. Or alleviate and take some of the weight off. You decide the pressure and the amount of pressure and the motion. Presencia aquí en nuestro corazón. Presencia aquí en nuestro corazón. Presencia. Remember, I had a chiropractor. She would just stick her elbow right in the spot. So there's different. I've had a physical therapist suggest using a lacrosse ball, and I've used that before. It's a harder ball, so just depending on what what works for you. The tennis ball is a little softer. The lacrosse ball, of course, is a little harder, so you can try both. And just move it around to a couple different spots you might already know are there. Or if you just kind of lay on it and move around, you might find a spot you didn't know about. So my daughter had IT band issues, and even like into the glute. So another way of using the ball is to like be on a wall and just put your weight on a wall with the ball in between your leg and the wall. And that'll be less of a intense pressure point push, I guess. If you put like your full weight on it, of course, that'll be a little bit more. You can keep using the tennis ball, or if you're ready to try something new, just lay on your back and grab your yoga strap. But please keep using the tennis ball if you're working on something. All right, so with your legs extended long first, arms to the sides of your body, just pause for a moment in corpse pose. And I think I'll dim the lights for this last part. Are these the lights over here, Nicomas? Okay. I know there's still the daylight, but all right, so using your strap, again, at the base of your foot, very similar to what we were doing seated, starting out with your leg, pointed away from you. A little tiny bend in your knee. You don't want to completely hyperextend the leg, but just a little tiny bend. And then slowly just start to bring it closer to you. Okay. Wherever you are, keeping your opposite hip still down on the mat, bracing yourself with the opposite arm, just holding on with the same hand that your leg is on, that same side. We'll start to open it out to the side. You can adjust, lowering it maybe a little bit and then pulling it back up. So just see where the stretch takes you there. Eventually bringing it back overhead. And you can take your time in that other pose, but once you've brought it back overhead, you're going to switch, crossing it across your body, and that will give you a different feeling. So release, switch hands. center and then bend the knee. This time, just pull the knee into your chest. You can actually remove the strap altogether as you pull this knee into your chest. Roll that ankle out. We'll come into a spinal twist here. So holding onto the right knee with your left hand and cross it over using your opposite arm for counterbalance. Cross that right knee over to the left. Back to center. We'll bring both knees into chest, just rocking back and forth. Okay, now extending the legs long. This time we'll go on the left side. So bring the strap around your left foot. Right leg stays straight down on the floor. And starting with your leg, pointed farther away from you, and then slowly bringing it closer. And opening that left leg out to the left, keeping your right hip still connected down onto the mat. Right arm for counterbalance onto the floor. Bring it back to center, switching hands, crossing it over. Back to center. Bend that knee. You can release the strap. Gently pulling left knee into chest. Crossing left knee over to the right, gently with the right arm guiding it. Into the spinal twist on this side. Then back to center. Both knees overhead, wrapping your arms around your knees. You can gently rock. You can also extend the feet up towards the sky, holding on to the outer edges of your feet into happy baby. One more time, just hugging the knees into chest. I'll start to wind down. So extending your legs long down the length of your mat. Arms to the sides of your body. Just allowing yourself to be heavy. Trying not to hold onto any muscle groups. Just releasing and surrendering to this restful pose. Just allowing yourself to be restful and still. When you're ready, starting to move around, you might start by wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, or gently rocking the feet, gently rocking the head. Just inviting movement back to your body. You can roll over onto your side, maybe drawing knees in towards your chest, then rolling over, coming into fetal position. And pressing yourself up to seated. You can create some warmth maybe in your hands, just rubbing them back and forth. And then bring your hands maybe across your chest. Taking a deep breath in and out. Great. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for coming. Yeah.